a specific video that if you guys wanted to know more about CAPE, I think I have covered almost all of the things that you would need. But if you require certain other kind of information of CAPE, one of the thing is that I will just share to you guys one of the link. So just give me 1 second. Okay, just give me 1 second. So what you guys can do is.
So I have a question. When we are copying those files, this CAPE to the end user, so do we need to take the remote access of the end user PC when we're copying that CAPE.exe?
Yes, that definitely. So remote, I mean, there are two, again, like there will be different scenarios. The first thing is that, let's say you already have the EDR tool installed, let's say Carbon Black or CrowdStrike or any other tool, the EDR one. So those tools actually has the feature where you can kind of remotely, it will have an option which will say connect to host. Okay. It will be having something like this. Let's say CrowdStrike. So let's say for an example, in my system, let's say I have CrowdStrike installed, and you want to remotely execute something. So if you have access to the CrowdStrike tool, what you can do is that if you see there is an option which says connect to host. So if that system is online, you will be kind of seeing this option highlighted, which will say connect to host. And if you just click to it, it will give you the command prompt of that system, and you can execute whatever command you want to execute on that host. Okay. So if you see connect to host, and it is connecting over there, and then here, and then you will get the command prompt, and here you can kind of execute whatever file you want to execute. And this is how the thing look like. Actually, the command prompt look like. You get the C drive of the host remotely, and what you can do is that you can just type the command, and you can just click on run command, this one, and it will execute the command for you. You can also kind of run any script. You can just paste that script and run that. And apart from that, it also gives you, let's say this one, it also gives you certain other, let's say few other command which is already, which is provided by the CrowdStrike, for example, shutdown. So if you just hit shutdown, it will shut down the thing, it will restart, it will mount certain drive. So I hope you got an idea. So is there any other clarification you need, like how you can kind of remotely connect? So one thing is like CrowdStrike, if EDR tools are there, you can quickly do that using that thing. Otherwise, you need to kind of do some remote connection, maybe figure out another way how to kind of get a remote access to that tool. Okay. So that are some of the ways by which you can do that. And by remote, I mean, one of the things that we can also do is, I normally do whenever let's say I have to investigate an employee, I would say I'll just kind of phone the employee, saying that, okay, I am from technical team, and there has been certain alert from your system that there's some virus. Okay. And we need to kind of clean that virus for you. Okay, something like that. And the employee will come with his or her laptop. And then what we'll do is that we will either install the remote agent in his or her software manually, or we'll just kind of make a disk image of that system, and then we'll tell the employee, okay, we have removed the virus, you can go ahead and continue your work. So there are different ways to do that. Okay. And but the easiest way is that if the EDR agent is there, it has an option called connect to host, and it is a little bit different for Carbon Black, but the name will be almost similar. Like there is an option to connect to host, and if you get that, you can just go ahead and kind of execute the command whatever you want. So you need to kind of copy the CAPE file to the target host to make it work. Okay. So I hope I answered your question. Is there any other clarification on this one?
No, sir. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Okay. So now the thing is, let me just Okay, okay, let's get inside. So this is a specific YouTube video, and thing is that it is related to introduction to Cape. Okay, and you can kind of get more information from here. Okay, so I already covered most of the stuff, but I think maybe it will have one or two more extra things, and you can kind of get it from there. Okay, so I think that's all for the Cape. I think we can go to the next topic. Let me just quickly see my notes once again. Yeah, so that's all for the Cape thing for now. And you see, like, okay, the Cape was able to kind of execute from the command line. We have given the vhdx option, and if you now go over here, the Cape artifact, you will see that, okay, uh, there's a zip file that is created. And if I go over here, you see, okay, there's a vhdx file. Okay, vhdx file. So I don't think so. You can just copy the zip file to your system, and what will happen is that um, okay, it's quite big. Okay. So let's cancel it. Okay, for now. So I hope you got an idea. Like it will have that VHDL file, and what we'll do is that later, what we'll do when we'll kind of seeing at the FTK imager, we'll kind of understand how to kind of let's say mount that VHDS files. Okay, so that's all for the Cape, guys. Now let me quickly go to the next topic. Um, Axiom and Ncase. These are the two of the other tools that we use for analysis purpose. So if I get time, my main objective right now is to jump to this one, doing the analysis part quickly. Okay. So what we'll do is that we'll kind of do that. Uh, but what uh, but what we'll do is that if I get time, maybe I'll just also give some introduction to the XCM and NCAS tool, and not via installing that, because this is a licensed version and I don't have the license for that. It's quite costly. Almost I think $5,000 at a minimum, at least for the NCAS tool. And thing is that uh, I'll kind of go through certain documents and kind of explain you how the interface look like and all if I get time. But now what my plan is that, let me quickly go and kind of introduce you to the FTK imager, because that is one of the things that we will be using now to mount certain files for us. Okay. So let me quickly go to that FTK imager and quickly install that for you guys. So and so thing is that I want to actually go directly to this file, but there are a lot of things I need to first discuss with you, like FTK, Cape, just to understand like how you can kind of utilize this zip file, how you can kind of mount this folder, this image, and then I will be kind of discussing few other artifacts, and then we'll jump to this analysis part for this specific use case. So let me quickly go. Uh, let me quickly just kind of look at my notes and if there's anything else before I jump to the FTK imager part. And okay, I think we can cover the FTK image and then we can kind of jump back to the theory part. So let me just quickly go to that. So let me read this. So, so this is the FTK imager, guys. And what I'll do is I'll just quickly install this up. And you already have this in the Google Drive folder link that I have shared with you guys. And it should be pretty easy to install, and I don't think there'll be any kind of an error. So I hope for best. Okay, so let it install, and in the meantime, what we'll do is that